This is original music from a music producer in Nashville. His name is Tony Zavitson. If you are interested, let me know, and I'll be happy to get you hooked up with him for
Yeah.
podcasts and for all anything that you may need for music. He'll create it for you.
I love you. I love that. That's awesome because I am, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm often looking for music. So if I could highlight another entrepreneur, that'd be a gift, a win-win.
Yes. Let me stop this music just a moment.
Where I admire you for setting the tone and the vibe as we made our way into the room.
There we are. Okay, now we're here. Okay. Hello. Miss Yasmine Williams-Woods is here now for our Bridge series. Let's talk a little bit about what that is. The Bridge series is a space where I get the leaders of all the different Nashville business ecosystem silos to come in, talk with me, interact with me, and know and trust this space. Know that I'm here not to do what you do. You already put out amazing programming for education and support and honoring and community. It's just that we need to come together. We need
Amen.
to bridge that so that there's one place where I don't have any problem with whatever we need to come up with for us all to get all the information on a regular basis. So happy that you have decided to come and share more about. First of all, this is about a chat for me to know, the audience to know you, Yasmine. Okay. We want to know and trust you. And then also, we know that you use Corner to Corner as a platform to help entrepreneurs, but it started before that, before you even became aligned here. So let's talk through that. Tell us about yourself.
For sure. So first, obviously, Erica, just thank you so much for having me, for having Corner to Corner, and really for doing the work that you are doing. You use the word silo, and there is no better word to describe what is happening in Nashville, because there are major boss moves happening in so many different sectors, and our work cross paths in so many ways. But we're so much better together and stronger together, and we could get further together. So I love that you are doing that and creating a space for us to come together, grow together, learn together, build together, and transform our city together. So thank you for doing that. A little bit about me. I don't know. People will say that I am a very confident individual, but I'm also someone who's like, I don't want to talk about me, but I'm gonna try to do the best that I can. I am a wife. I am a mom of 4. I am an entrepreneur, and my business is a ministry. I am a Christian speaker. So I speak at events, I write, I have a YouTube channel that was monetized a little while ago. And I just share God's word in whatever way possible. And that is my business. That is what I do. That is what I was called and created to do. It is that work that led me to Corner to Corner, because I was being asked to speak at various events or teach different classes. And I was like, wait a minute. And people were paying, as if anybody who started a business, come on, startup grind. I was starting up and I was grinding. So people would give you $100 here, $50 for there. And I'm like,
right.
Wait.
Right.
I'm studying and I'm researching and I'm preparing and I'm commuting from here to there. We're going to have to bring in the coins. Also, we're going to have to do it legally, right? Because we have these side hustles and we earn money. Then tax time comes, I don't know what to do with this, but I want to make sure that I'm operating appropriately and legally. So I was like, I need to make this, again, a legal entity. I then went to Corner to Corner from there. Let me take you back a little bit real quick. I am part of my story. We don't have to get into this. I became a mom at 14. So that's Everybody always want to talk about that. Won't have to talk about that here, but if you ever got questions, I got questions. I mean, I have answers for you. I think 9 years later, after graduating college, after becoming a teacher, through Teach for America, I met my husband. We then had twin girls and our youngest daughter, who is 5. So my kids are 18, 7, and 5. I've been married almost 8 years. So that's that. I've taught, I've coached teachers. I've been an admin at an elementary school. And then after doing that, that's when I had my 3 youngest children. I was like, working full time, friend, is it is difficult being a mom. It's not impossible. Hats off to you. But thankfully, I was able to go home. I then worked part-time for 4 years in ministry through an organization called Nashville Young Life. And I mentored teen moms. And through there, that was at some point, I then took the class through, I took the academy through Corner to Corner. Loved Corner to Corner. There's a pitch. They have a pitch competition at the end of the 10-week course. And I was the pitch winner. From there, just made a lot of connections, and I ended up teaching their Bible studies. So Corner to Corner, if you're watching and you're not already a part of the community, we do so many different things. We have Bible studies. We have script to screen for middle schoolers, where they come and they like write their own movies. They produce them, they act, and they do everything except the editing. We do Hope Bakes. We do video marketing. We do all kind of courses. We'll get into that. But so I started teaching their Bible studies. And then fast forward a couple of years, they were like, hey, we want you to come work for us. And I was like, work? The only job I do, friend, is my business. But I prayed about it, and God was like, nope, you need to go. And I'm so honored to be on staff with Corner to Corner. This role as director of alumni programming really combines everything I love about every career that I've had. Like, ooh. It allows me to empower people. It allows me to provide resources for people, to cheer people on. I am an encourager, to build relationships, to learn and grow, to teach and share. It's just, I love it. I love it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you shared a lot.
I was about to say, I gave you a lot in that. Go whichever way you want to go.
Yes. And I have, now, what I noticed is, it was roll after roll after roll after roll. Tell me, who is Yasmine?
Yes. So I am a woman of God. I am a Black woman of God. I like, that is me. And I love people. I love life. I love joy. I'm crazy over the top. I'm extra. You're going to catch me dancing. And I am the biggest cheerleader in the room. Like, I'm not even going to. Well, okay, so in this room.
We're about to have a cheer off. We're about to have a cheer off. Look,
yes. Because the day we met virtually. I just loved your energy, and I was there for it. I was having a day and in a mood. I was like, look, I'm telling you, next time you see me, it'll be a different situation. So I give you that. I will say that I am the second biggest cheerleader in this room, but in most rooms,
I don't like no hierarchy. We both.
I like it. Yes, you are right. You are right. I just love to uplift and to encourage people, not on a like gassing you up kind of way, but authentically. Like, I pray to see people the way God sees them. So it's like, I see your light. I see your talent. I see your vibe. I see your style. I see your gift. I see your passion, and I'm going to call it out every chance that I get. So that's who I am. An encourager. Somebody sold out for Jesus who loves to encourage God's children.
Tell me about being sold out for Jesus. When did this happen? Like tell me about, so you had a conflict. You talked about getting pregnant, but then there's other conflicts that have occurred. Tell me about this journey.
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up in church. I'm from Alabama, small Alabama. I grew up in your traditional small town Black church. And so I've always gave my life to Christ at an early age. I did minister work in in church, all the things you can imagine with somebody growing up in Alabama in church. So
all the stereotypes, is that what you're saying?
All of them. Don't forget not a single one, okay? All of them. Okay. Wherever your imagination takes you, yes, all of it. So then our family moved from Alabama to Ohio, and my mom is like the epitome of Christ-like love. So I grew up in poverty, but I didn't. So I always say, like, I didn't have a lot of stuff, but I had everything that I needed. I had the love of Christ, and the love of Christ conquers everything, which is a part of the mission. And so traveled through college. And once I became a teacher, I went to college right outside of Chicago, and I ended up teaching in a small rural town that was much like the town that I grew up in. So when you're in a place like that and you're in the Bible Belt, what do? You go to church. So I started getting to know God as an adult, and I just fell in love. I just fell in love. Well, I think at that time,
something. You fell in love.
Yes. And then, but honestly, I feel in this moment, retrospectively, I fell in love with like checking the boxes. Like Christianity is something I can do, right? Like I can serve, I can mentor, I can praise, I can give, I can be a model Christian. But it wasn't until after having my twins and dealing with postpartum depression, that life got really hard. I'd always been a performer, if you will. Also, I did theater, but like a literal performer, and that like whatever I do, I'm going to excel at it. We in school, okay, I'm gonna make straight A's. We at church, okay, I'm gonna do all the things. I'm a teacher, okay, I'm gonna be one of the best to ever do it. And so, but once depression hit and life hit, there wasn't anything that I could perform. There wasn't anything that I could do well, that I felt that I could do well. I lost all of me, all of my strength. So I had no choice, no option but to depend on the strength of God. And I really got through that really dark, hard, painful, tumultuous season of my life through the strength of Jesus. And that is why the mission of my business is conquer life with courageous love. Because I learned yes, we are more than conquerors, but in that time, I learned to conquer every single hard thing I faced, which, honey, the list was long. Through Jesus. So my ministry now is to help other women do the exact same thing. Life is hard. Being a boss, being an entrepreneur, amongst other things, is truly difficult. But we can conquer it. We can overcome it. We can thrive through it, excel, as long as we are leveraging the love of Jesus. And so that's how I fell in love. That's how I got to my business and what I do now.
You mentioned some things I want to bring up. Perfectionism. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. I feel like I've gotten to a good place with that, but it's hard for the bosses who are watching now or who watch the replay, because when you have perfectionism will stop you from starting. Because you're like, if you're anything like me, I have to get everything has to be right.
Ooh, so it's gonna get juicy, y'all. Y'all better be paying attention now.
Yeah. So, I guess Instagram became popular, in 2014 or something. I don't know. Maybe earlier. I didn't have an Instagram. This is just an example. I didn't have Instagram until 2018, late 2018, because I was like, I got to read a book. I got to figure out how it goes, how it works. This is just an example of a small example of how I operate in everything. I'm not going to do it until I've read the books, until I've watched the videos, until I've taken a course, until I've spoken to the experts. That is That is not okay, and that is perfectionism at its highest. And I just want any boss listening to know that, like, no, you better go. You better do it. You better start with what you have. Everything that you need is it within you, and God orders your steps. This is not like a preaching platform, but just know that, like,
honey, no, be you. Don't.
oh, I am. Look, after what I went through those years I described, I'm always gonna be me. So I ain't got no choice at this point.
Okay, so don't let no platform stop.
Yes,
Your shine. I just want to let you know. Go on,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But everything that you need is inside of you, and God is going to order your steps. The Bible tells us to despise not small beginnings. So if you feel like all I got is, like, all I know is I know how to braid hair and I can flat iron and I can wash, but I don't really have the license, or I don't know how to do this yet. No, you better start with braiding that hair, or whatever that skill, whatever that talent is, and watch that when you do that, God is going to allow the right person to see you at the right time. He's going to connect you with whom you need to be connected with and give you the resources and knowledge that you need. But if you keep sitting there holding on to the little that you got, you're never going to access the lot that God has promised you. So you have to, like, I bind perfectionism in the mighty name of Jesus, and we're going to break it, and you step forward in faith. You are talented. You are passionate about that thing. You are good at that thing. It's not a small thing. We feel like, oh, I can, like, I'm really good at designing t-shirts, but everybody design t-shirts. No. Everybody don't design t-shirts. I don't design t-shirts. You do. You've been given that. Like, don't take it lightly. Go forth and pursue that, and just watch things fall into place. But if you sit back waiting for everything to fall into place, it's never going to happen, because how is just going to fall out of thin air? No, you got to take the first step, and God will show you the next step, and then the next step. He's ordering them. You don't know the order if you're not putting it out there.
All right. That's definitely a concern with many people launching, right? Because part of being a CEO or an entrepreneur is being able to take risks.
Yes.
If you have yourself, your inner, the God in you, He gonna help you get up. If you launch and you fall, okay, get up. You can do it.
Yes. Can I share something?
Sometimes when you fall, you need to fall because somebody needs to be there to see it, so then they can help you up. Go on, share whatever.
That was good for sure. So, I mean, I'll give you a real life example. I know I was sharing arbitrary things like braiding hair and making t-shirts, but even for myself, I was talking to a girlfriend whom I felt like, who has known me since high school. And I was like, you know what I do. You know what my gifts are, what my talents are. And she just launched her podcast. And I was like, I'm so proud of you. This was years ago. And I was like, I'm so proud of you, inspired by you. I was like, I'm a speaker. And it was almost like the little record player scratch happened, like, she was like, you a speaker? And I'm like, how you not gonna know that I'm a speaker? It's like I was expecting people to see what I knew was in me, but I wasn't putting it out there. Yes, a few people were asking me to speak at events, but that wasn't what people saw when they saw me on a bigger thing. So it was in that moment that I was like, no, every single chance that I get, I need to show up as the woman whom I am. Woo! You are your biggest advocator. You are your marketer. You are your CEO. You are your graphic designer. You are your PR person. You are your everything when you are starting up grinding. So you gotta be that at all times for yourself. So I just started putting myself out there. That's how I started the YouTube channel. And let me tell you about, don't make excuses for yourself. Excuses are monuments to nothingness, tools of incompetence. Those who use them will never amount to anything. And you gonna amount to everything.
Play that one more time and slow
I
down.
I don't know the author of that. But two excuses are the monuments to nothingness, tools of incompetence.
Come on.
And those who use them will never amount to anything. We have to stop making excuses. I was like, look,
I
nobody
want you to
knows.
drop the mic after that. Drop it.
Yes.
No, I'm just.
Now I'm with
That
you.
was
I'm with you. But
good. Woo!
yes. And so nobody knew. There were like a handful of people in the city who knew that I spoke because I was doing ministry work. And when I say handful, I literally mean 3 to 5 people. And they're going to keep asking me to come back and give me the same $50, $75. That's not what we're trying to do. So, and I'm grateful for those opportunities, but we can't thrive off that.
No.
So,
you said thrive. Come on with thriving.
yes. So I then started my YouTube channel because I'm like, if people don't know I speak, then they need to see me speaking. You cannot wait for the big stage, for the big opportunity, for the big door to open, for the big role, for the big promotion, for the big investor. You cannot wait. Nobody's going to invest. Nobody's going to open the door because they don't know who you are and what you're doing. So you got to let the people know who you are. So I started my channel. I don't like technology. I like at all. But I was like, well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit. I didn't have camera, I didn't have lighting. It don't matter because I had what was inside of me. Going back to the point, I had this gift, this ability to speak, to teach, to share God's word, to empower people. So I'm gonna work with what I do have. And now, y'all, I don't like technology. I knew nothing about editing. Now, when you go to the comments of my video, your editing is A1. How do you edit? And I'm like, that ain't nothing but God because I can do it. But that's just, again, the testament to do not make excuses. Don't worry about what you don't have. Work with what you do have. I had a passion for God. I had the ability to speak. I had a love of encouraging women. And I had a story where I done been through hell and navigated my way through as gracefully as I could. You do that. You do what you have, and God is going to equip you along the way and equip and connect you with whom you need to be connected with along the way.
Amazing. So something else you mentioned was postpartum. Tell us more about postpartum.
Yeah, because it's not talked about. Or I think now we're turning a corner. So we got
Girl, we like this.
Right. A slow push. So with somebody behind shoving. So after having my twins, you know, your body goes through so much. You just gave birth. You just created a human life. Your hormones all over the place, right? You are a chemical imbalance. You are a chemical hot mess at this point, okay? You're also functioning off no sleep. Like you're just, and then the demands on you are all the more greater because you are a mom, a new mom. You want the best for your children. You love your children. You feel like you need to be on and you need to be the best and you need to do all the things, have the schedule, pump all the milk, change the diapers, have the cute nursery, dress the babies, take them for the walks, do all the things. So like the pressure is high, the sleep is low, the chemicals are all over the place, right? So it's just a recipe for a disaster in which I experienced after having my twins. And I just completely lost me. I think the greatest impact was I started to take on, I was in such a negative place. And rather than, access the positive energy that I usually bring to life or to space, I started to accept the negativity from around. So it just was like negative chemical imbalance from within coupled with negative energy outside. And I just completely lost myself in a dark hole. I am like, I love to laugh. I love to dance. I love to encourage people, as I said, but I love to get dressed up. Now, I ain't saying I'm the best dressed person in the world, but I like what I like for me. And me feel good. But it was just like nothing mattered anymore. Now, give yourself grace because if you are a mom, you are going to naturally, you got to carry a baby and all the baby stuff. You don't have all the same amount of time you used to have. So some things aren't going to be like they used to be. You don't have 12 hours to beat your face. I mean, I didn't anyway before, but you really don't have that time. So some things are going to go naturally. but hold on to as much as you can so you don't lose yourself in the process. But more important, it's going to be hard to hold on if you're not being honest with your doctor about what you are experiencing, so they can give you the right medicine, so you can go to counseling if that's deemed necessary, which I definitely am a huge proponent of counseling, whether you got postpartum depression or if your life is perfect. And if you think your life is perfect, you probably definitely should go to counseling. Like, log out right now and see a counselor. But yeah,
no, don't log out, because
don't do that. Don't do
that. a humble brag, a humble plug. I am the entrepreneur's therapist. So you need some services. If not me, we're gonna find somebody for you, because I'm always triaging people to where you need to go. You need to get the services that you need. Mental health services are necessary. Talking about postpartum, you talked about pairing that with your perfectionism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! It's a whole lot going into that hole. I understand that, because people don't understand there's a difference between wanting to kill yourself and losing your will to live. When you just get like, you know what? Okay, I'm just going through the motions. I'm just here. You see what I'm saying?
You said something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is a difference.
There is.
And a lot of times people will be in that space. I just have lost the will to be this bubbly, amazing person that I have always been. The thing is, it's because you're actually at the weakest point in your life, where you're supposed to have a social support system around you that's going to bolster you up, as well as remind you of your coping, remind you of God, remind you of yourself. That's where that piece is. That's how you handle postpartum. Is a lot of cognitive behavioral therapy. You're making sure you're interacting and having the support around you, but also you need a friend that's going to say, when you're a perfectionist, listen, they don't need cloth diapers.
Right.
Okay? You okay? No. No. You need to go to the spa. Let me tell you, everybody has a baby around me. I don't give the baby nothing. Everybody go get baby something. I get something for the mama.
That's beautiful. I love that. I am officially this day moving forward adopting. I will never again buy a baby gift. It is for the mom. Here's a gift card to the spa. Here's whatever.
Because I want her to understand, hey, you need as many gifts as this baby, because the thing is, baby gonna get stuff. Everybody gonna get baby something. Everybody got something, hand me down. Baby have one outfit, wear one outfit. Go on and get it from somebody else. Somebody else got the outfit. If they don't have to be fly, they finna grow out of it.
That is real. That is true. I love that. I will definitely adopt that. As we're talking about birthing, though, I'm just, I gotta put this out there. It is the things that Erica is naming in terms of, like, you need a support system, you need real friends who are going to tell you truth. When you birth your business, you can lose yourself in that. You can become bogged down by perfectionism and wanting it to be right, and setbacks, and it's like not as great as you thought it to be, or whatever. You can experience depression, postpartum depression, after birthing a business. So get you a support system like Startup Grind, like the Corner family, all these ecosystems that exist in Nashville, for sure.
You just said something right there, and that can be, that's some stuff right there. People don't. I was just talking to somebody earlier today about how having employees and having a business is like motherhood, and you have this child that you want certain things for it.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna go that way because it don't want to go that way.
Right.
And also dealing with partners, working with your husband, right? This trying to figure out how to co-parent.
Yeah, you right, girl. You better stretch that analogy. That's real.
And so you just said postpartum. After you do the birthing, you're gonna have a postpartum season. That you yourself rest and reflect on what's going on. Amazing. Okay, so let me just play back some of these points, because we are already at 6:45. We need to be going into our question answer section, but She said here, oh, I want to get it from you. What's the name of your podcast?
Yeah, so my I have a YouTube channel and it's my name, Yasmine Williams-Woods. And that's like, I'm the same on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, mainly Instagram and YouTube. But every single week I share 2 videos over on YouTube.
Wow. Okay. Yasmine Williams-Woods. Go over there and go and subscribe and look and see what's going on, especially if you enjoy this time that we've spent together. Something that you said was show up for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something that you mentioned was making sure that you're having, like, I'm synthesizing here, but harmony in your life, like, you know, where you're going, what needs attention, and you put the attention where it belongs instead of trying to give everything, all of you. You cannot. It's not possible. The pieces, having harmony, talking about that your story is what brought you to your glory. Okay, so that whole story of your conflict that happened in your whole life has brought you to where you are right now, and all of us have that. And I remember you saying, I don't blow gas on the people. I give it to them in an authentic way. It's all about being as authentic as possible. This is amazing information. Just wanted to share. Is there anything that I may have missed? One thing that I want to bring up, though, I want to ask about is when you were doing those scenarios about the hair and about and the other scenario that you mentioned, you used a particular voice.
Did I? Girl, I don't even know. I don't know.
Who's that voice? That one that
I have. Oh my goodness, how do my friends put it? It's not. I have a ratchet side, but then there's righteous and ratchet. So I switch back and forth between the two at any point. You never know. And oh my gosh, so listen, I just saw. Sorry, because I just switched to the chat side of it. I was on the attendee, so I did not see your comment until now. OMG, I pray that you are still here because I have a whole response. We are in our cleaning service, cleaned our home, and I remember your daughter. She's absolutely amazing. So yes, I got to respond to that once we finish up here.
Well, no, it's actually time for that. So Lisa, I'm gonna ask some more questions, but if you have any questions that you want to ask Yasmine, I want you to go ahead and go into Corner to Corner, more about the programming, more about how they can get involved, where they'll go. You know, you're part of alumni programming, so tell us more about that piece, because actually, I don't know, none of the other silos have alumni programming or a piece in theirs. So that's y'all's competitive advantage over others. So tell me about that.
Yes, I most certainly will. Let me address Alyssa first.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so I went on to our alumni Facebook page and was like, hey, do we have any alumni who provide home cleaning services? And so someone put R&R cleaning in the chat. So when we booked the appointment and someone came out and I asked like, oh, did you start? I was like, are you a Corner alumni? And maybe this happened over the phone. And I believe it may have been you. My husband booked the appointment, but we were on speaker. Hello. Oh, okay. So then you're like, no, but I started my business through NBIC, I believe, if I'm correct. And I was like, okay, no problem. I just was excited to support a small Black business. I believe it had to have been your husband and one of your employees who then came to our home. And I kept saying, I was like, did your children go to Easton Prep? Because I'm like, you are a parent of a child whom I've taught in some way. And so the young woman was like, yeah, my sons go there now. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's how I know you. But no, it was your daughter who was at the venue. I pray that her business is blossoming. I actually had this shirt on that day because I still have the picture in my phone of her with her. I mean, her daughter is a boss entrepreneur at such a young age. Now, so it is a pleasure seeing you again as well. Yes, I know, right? Look at God's small world. Now, to answer your questions, corner to corner, we're actually doing enrollment now for our 10-week entrepreneur course. And so twice a year in the spring and the fall, we provide this 10-week course, and we have licensed a curriculum that's used nationally. And in that you come every week for 2.5 hours, and we walk through the weeks of the curriculum. There's a week on, of course, knowing your customer, knowing your working style. There's a legal week where we have lawyers come in and actually speak through like the legal process of how you get your business going and answer all your questions. It's like everybody loves the legal week. We have an accounting week every single week. For these really 9 weeks, I'll explain the 10th week in a second. For these 9 weeks, we have a guest speaker, a successful entrepreneur in Nashville who's done the things that we're trying to do, who's like bossing it out, earning the money, leaving the full-time jobs to run their successful businesses. They come in and they speak to our entrepreneurs who are taking the course. And then we go through this 9-week curriculum. On the 10th week is when we have our graduation, which is like a big deal. Okay. It is a party. We actually were able to have it in person this year, which we weren't in 2020, obviously. And so, but this is our 10th year that Corner to Corner has existed. And so, we always have these big graduations. And so, yeah, you graduate, you get your certificate, you start your business, all is well. Then you become an alumni, which is a big deal if you're in Nashville. If you see those green shirts around, then those are people, okay? We've graduated almost 450 graduates. We are entrepreneurs in the city of Nashville. 88% of the women the people who've launched their businesses through Corner to Corner are Black women. So I just had to throw that out there because, hello, in case you didn't know this, Eric and I are both Black women. And so, you know, I'm all about some Black girl magic. So then you become an alumni, and that is where I come in. And there are various things that you're able to access and take advantage of. I mentioned we have a video marketing class. We know that like that's big. We have various ways for you to come and you facilitate the courses and you earn a stipend for that. We just had a webinar on investing in real estate, regardless of where you are in your financial process. We have a micro loan program for our graduates that when you're then so you're able to borrow up to $1,000, and you're then paired with the financial coach who will help you set and accomplish business goals, business financial goals. We have a business mentorship program. We have e-commerce classes all the time. I mean, because our thing is, yes, the academy exists so you can start and launch your business. Then we have Academy Amplified alumni stuff that helps you to continue to grow your business. And we want to see you grow and thrive. So that's why I exist. Let me say this real quick. We've had people come to graduate the academy who like, all I got is an idea. I don't even know. I'm just good at this one thing. Some people say I need to start a business, so that's why I'm here. We also have people who are like, I've been doing this for a couple of years, but I want it to be bigger and better. So it just ranges. We have, I think our youngest person has been like 11. Our oldest has been almost 70. So when I say it's diverse, it's diverse. I'll tell you real quick, because I know R&R cleaning, you're already established. We had A1 Notary come, Adrian, who owns A1 Notary.
I know her, yeah.
Isn't she amazing? So she was doing well before taking the academy. She shared this information before. I think she was earning somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 a year, which if you are a beginning entrepreneur and you still working your full-time job or whatever, even if you aren't, if you're making $30,000 a year, then you're doing a lot better than a whole bunch of, startup businesses. And that's a big deal. That is accomplishment. That is like, yes, thank you. But after taking the academy, she was able to increase her revenue to $80,000 a year and just has continued to grow exponentially since then. So yeah, that is the academy. that is our alumni work. And I alluded earlier to the many other things that we offer that are open to the community. Like if you got a middle school child and they are into screenwriting, acting, they want to know about videography, they can do script to screen. If they like to bake or you want them to bake, the point there is to get into literacy, math literacy. So send them. Last thing, Corner is all about financial. Our two pillars are financial equity and educational equity. You're muted.
Financial equity and
educational equity.
Equity. I want to ask you, for myself and as well as other people who are businesses, right? Can you get the programming and the support through the alumni program without going through, like, you're already established business and you make a certain amount of money? Could you go ahead and get the services and things that are offered in the alumni part of it?
Not at this time. Although some of our work, like we do, like Pathways just had a QuickBooks boot camp. So that was open. A lot of times, like the Entrepreneur Center, Pathways, they will partner with our people and give our people special discounts or whatever. We do open those things up because they're not ours. So like we share information about those events with the larger community. And that's a part of our alumni work. So the things that are already for the larger community, yes. But if it is a corner specific thing, then most times not. You know, it's hard to say because we had an event a couple of months ago with Dell Computers that was open to everyone. So it just depends. But I would say 85% of our programming through alumni work is just for those who've graduated the academy.
Well, I'm going to have to say that's not fair. Because, look, I want to go to do some of the stuff y'all got going on, but I can't because I didn't go through the academy.
Well, go through the academy. But look,
But I thought you said it was for people who have an idea. I got a business and I'm running it.
True. I got you. So when I say that it's for people who have an idea, it is like, so though the academy is for individuals who might have an idea to go ahead and take the classes. But again, they're like, if you want to come to, you can take our video marketing class. A lot of things you can, obviously you can take our Bible study courses. You can do a lot of the other programming that we have. But because we are a small startup organization with a small staff, we don't always have the manpower to serve more than our 450 people at any given time.
Okay. So I actually was thinking about this, and I like the boundaries that you put on there, because if they go through the academy, you know what they know.
Right.
If you have people that's coming through, you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening with them, and it's just like with a university. They have to do the precursor courses to even get to the things that's going to get you specifically in your field.
Right.
I understand that. I think that's actually a difference that is there, because you can tap in other silos. You can tap in any part of the programming according to you deciding that that's where you want to go, according to the money that you're going to spend on it.
Yeah.
Right. But this is like, oh, no, let me take you somewhere. Let me nurture you. And then I know you're ready for the next step.
Right.
Okay.
And also, like you mentioned something important there on the money end of it. You know, we try to keep all the academy right now is our most expensive program. Most everything that we do outside of entrepreneur work is free to the community. The academy is $100 for the 10 weeks and then $25 to hold your spot. So you're looking at $125. And it cost us more than that to just get one of the binders. So it is a huge discount to our community, right? So then from there, you get things like Shopify classes, or the video marketing class, or like the mentorship is free. The micro loan, obviously you're taking a loan, but then you get this financial coach who, like, you don't have to pay anything for this coach. So we want to be able to provide free services, free resources to our people, which is why it's important that on most of these things, it is our people. But for things like video marketing, whereas our alumni would pay $25, someone else would, there's a different fee for that I don't know. But we like to keep it in-house for various reasons. But you mentioned money, and I wanted to name that.
And I like that, because when I talk to other places and other people, you mention money. They don't mention the money. It's like they talk about the programming, but they don't necessarily mention specifically how much it's going to cost. What how much I going to have to put into this to do this. So tell me, when thinking about the stages of entrepreneurship, like, I know we're past time, it's 7:00, but the stages to entrepreneurship, there's stage 1, there's stage 2, to stage 3. What would be your ideal client or your target client or entrepreneur? What stage are they in?
I would say our average for the academy, I would say stage 1, 2, or 3. We are
really okay.
Yes, kind of our tagline, if you will, is that we support the underestimated entrepreneur, which is why our programming is less. Like, we're not going to charge you $600 for a course or a class, or we're going to charge you $0 to $100, and closer. Most things outside of the academy are like $25 or free. Because again, we are supporting the underestimated entrepreneur who's like, okay, I know I need to invest in myself, but I don't have $1,500 right now to invest in myself. That's why I'm trying to start this business, honey, so I can get the $1,500. So I say the academy for stages 1, 2, or 3, we probably average around the 2, the people who just naturally gravitate toward the academy. By the time you graduate the academy and you start really, now, if you really engage with our programming that we provide to alumni, like, we are here with you all the way. We gonna hold your hand till you get to stage 5, and then we gonna still be in your corner supporting you above and beyond. Like, it really.
Let me tell you, you done talk me into it. Why I'm finna go to corner to corner. If ain't nobody else going, I'm coming.
Well, come on, sis.
She said, but wait a minute. So you said that you all are open for registration now?
Yes.
Until when?
Oh my goodness, y'all, I'm so bad at this. The class will start September, like the second week in September. I do know that.
Okay.
And we have classes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So either of those days in the second week, and you choose what works best for your schedule. Virtual and in-person options, had to throw that out there. So I think now until the second week of September, you can enroll. And you just do that. I see Erica put the link in the chat. You can click the link and it's all there. Enroll. You'll see where it says enroll now. If you go to our programs, the academy, enroll now. Yeah.
I'm a connector. So definitely going to be connecting some people. And I want people to know about this. People have said to me, hey, have you ever heard about Corner? Yes, I've heard about Corner. But because of the grant that was, because of Corona, I got into groundwork. They approached me because I didn't know about any of this stuff. They approached me. I think I should have probably went to Corner first.
Yeah. It is a great place with great people who like, nah, we about to do this.
Also, I just want to say the values, though, too. The values speak to me, and I want to be aligned to the values. And if you have these values of helping, serving, which is the startup way, right? The startup grind, helping, serving, and making friends, sound like that's what the Corner to Corner doing over there.
For sure. And I'm not, y'all, I did the academy. I came in as an outsider. So I'm not just saying that because, like, I work on staff. I'm saying that because I know where I was before the academy, and I know why I'm now on staff. I'm not on staff because I need a job. Y'all, I told y'all, I was like, work? Who? Like, I run a business, honey. But that's how I do it. But it really is the values. It is really like seeing the community, seeing the people, and really changing the trajectories, the economic trajectory of entire families, of entire communities, and like being like one of our things. And so, Lisa, the answer is yes. I'm going to read your question entirely, but the quick answer is yes, or your question entirely. But we always say when we're talking to donors or we're, applying for various grants, we're very much like the right dimes over the wrong dollars. So you have people who want to come in and they want to like give you the thousands of dollar check, but their views are all wrong. They don't understand cultural responsiveness. They don't understand equality. So we like,
she said something.
We're not the place for you. We'd rather get this little $300 check from these people over here. Right dimes over wrong dollars. So I said that to say, yes, our values are truly important to our work. And that is why we have such a tight-knit family.
That is so great, because I think a lot of people don't think about, you have to partner with those who are aligned and in values of what you're doing, which is one reason why I have you coming here and you saying your vision, and you're saying Corner to Corner's vision and values, because that's where you're going to get the people who align. I'm gonna let me do my job, and I'm gonna read this question and you answer it. Okay.
Okay.
Will Corner to Corner be a good place to help with build on to your business? So, for instance, if we were looking to add on to our enterprise, would this be a good program to help with that?
Yes, most certainly. And I'm going to throw in this caveat. One of my favorite quotes is Maya Angelou: nothing will work unless you do. We have 424 alumni who graduate the academy. Of that, probably 50% is really active and really engaged. And you can see they are opening emails. They are showing up at the events. They are applying for the things. They're asking questions. They're like, no, can I meet with you? They're like, actually, this came up in my business. Do you have a mentor? Can I be connected to this person? And those are the people whose businesses are thriving and who are excelling. And every time we get an opportunity and we have big people reach out to us, those are the 50% of people whose names we call out all the time. So, like, yes, we are the place for that. And when you get there, because you already have a successful business, a couple of them, because you and your daughter, then don't feel like, oh, well, I already know this. I'm already good. I don't need anybody, or I don't need this. Go in humble, ready to learn, ready to meet people, ready to network, ready to access all of the wealth of resources that Corner to Corner has.
Wow. Don't go in knowing. Go in being a sponge.
Yeah.
Take all the information, all the resources. Yes. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Salisa, for your interaction in the chat. Thank you, everyone that's going to be watching this. Reach out. I put the information in the chat. I don't even know if you all going to see it. It's cornertocorner.org, where you would go and click on programming, and then click on the academy, and you can register until the second week in September for the academy. And you let me know that you came, so that I'll be like, hey, you saw the startup run?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
So any closing comment?
I just want to say, if you want to talk further about the Corner to Corner, you want to ask questions specific to where you are in your business journey, your idea, or your already established business before enrolling, there are a lot of things that are happening. Like there's a weekly live where we answer all the questions. We can connect you with alumni. I can talk to you. Our director can talk to you. Our executive director can talk to you. Just reach out, Yasmine at cornertocorner.org, and we are happy to answer all of your questions and get you in the right place.
Yasmine at cornertocorner.org. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Thank you so much for giving us your email and to reach out personally to you. I appreciate it. Remember, you all, she has a podcast you can go check out with her name, Yasmine Williams-Woods. Go subscribe, see what's going on. She's amazing. She is definitely a powerhouse. Thank you so much for coming to the Bridge series so that we can talk about